All right, let's call the meeting to order. Call roll, please.
Kiesling, Linkhammer,
Here.
Miller,
Here.
Reich,
Here.
Delmeyer.
Here.
Okay, well, citizen input, no one in the chambers. I see no one on Zoom. So we'll move on to the consent agenda. Anything held for separate discussion?
Yes, I'd like item C held for separate discussion.
A motion to approve without item C.
So moved.
Second.
Call roll.
Reich,
Aye.
Kiesling,
Aye.
Linkhammer,
Aye.
Miller,
Aye.
Delmeyer.
Aye.
Consent agenda is approved. We'll start with the public hearing. Public hearing on the plans, the specifications, form of contract, and estimate of cost, and taking of bids for the 2024 sludge removal project. A motion to open the public hearing and hear interested parties.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
Oh, sorry, Russ, forgot about the delay. Again, no one in the chambers, no one, nobody on Zoom. Have a motion to close the public hearing?
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye. Aye.
Opposed? None. Okay, you have resolution 108, 2024, a resolution approving the plans and specifications, form of contract, an estimate of cost, and taking of bids for the 2024 sludge removal project.
Yeah, just a couple notes. The work for this is planned to be completed probably later in the fall or sometime early winter of 2024 once the crops are out of the ground. We'll be taking bids, or the plan is to take bids on the 31st next week, which is Wednesday. The engineer's estimate on this was at $90,000. There's been actually quite a few contractors interested, or at least on our Quest bidding site, that have pulled plans for the project, so we expect a decent turnout. Otherwise, if you guys have any questions, that's kind of just the main gist of what's going on.
Thank you.
This is something, it's an annual.
It's a bi or triannual.
About every
Yeah,
about every
3
3
years.
years.
It's just once the sludge builds up at the treatment plant, we have to get rid of it somewhere, and easiest thing to do is spread it out on a farm field somewhere.
Is 90 about where we've been at in the past?
I think it's close. It's probably just going with whatever the general rate of increase year to year has been. So, and we'll see what the numbers are that we get. I mean, it could be all over the board with a project like this.
This is something that we usually pay. We put reserves away because we know we have to do it every 3 years so that we have funds available in the sewer fund to pay for it.
Thank you.
There's a motion to approve.
I'll make a motion to approve resolution number 108 of 2024.
I'll second.
Motion second. Any other discussion? Call roll.
Reich,
Aye.
Kiesling,
Aye.
Linkhammer,
Aye.
Miller,
Aye.
Delmeyer.
Aye.
That is approved 5-0. Move on to new business.
Jim, do we need to come back and Kurt removed item C from the consent agenda to address that?
That's what I was going to do.
Oh, I thought you said new business. Okay, sorry.
I've always done it part of new business.
Oh, okay.
It's all good.
So we'll go back to item C in the consent agenda, resolution 107, 2024, a resolution approving proposal from All Seasons, replacement of geo units.
Yeah, I guess I'll start off since I asked for it to be pulled aside. The clarification point is I see that there are a bunch of options for the replacement of those units. Am I misreading this wrong? If I am, just say so and we'll move on. But I see option 1, 2, 3, and 4, and they're for varying amounts. Which one are we approving?
We are approving, let's see. There's two, option 1 and option 2 are both for 5-ton units. Option 3 and option 4 are for 4-ton units. Units 6 and 7, one is a 5-ton and one is a 4-ton. The recommendation is to approve option 1 and option 3.
Option 1 and 3. Okay, thank you for that clarification. I thought I missed something there. The other thing that I wanted to ask is these units are only 9 years old. Now, I remember when the units originally went in that they were supposed to have a little bit longer life expectancy. As I recall, although I could be wrong, we were looking at like 15 years, and this is like not close to 15 years. And here we are replacing them. But the worst part of it is, I remember asking the question in a meeting about putting them in a closet. No, they'll be fine in the closet, but now we have to alter the size of the closet because the next unit is not going to fit in there anymore. Am I missing anything there?
These units will fit in the closets.
It will fit in, so
Yeah.
we don't have to alter the building then, really.
No, we will not be altering the building, but there is some geo plumbing that's in front of them that we'll have to make a little bit of an adjustment there, but we will not be having to. We looked at he's measured the units in comparison to what's in there, and the units that are proposed will fit in the closets, but there are some things that are in front of the units that will have to be moved and replaced.
Okay. So I guess then the only thing that would be left is, do we have any warranty type things still left on the units?
No, we do not have warranty that's left.
Well, that's a crying shame, but
Well, you might as well get used to it because our HVAC system is worthless.
yeah.
You can't believe how many times a year they're here for all these problems.
I can't.
We had to replace all the dampers and whatever. It is a very poorly designed system, and we are way past the point of any legal recourse with it. So we band-aid together where it makes sense, and we get to a point like here where it doesn't make sense to continue to bring them out to do patch together.
Jim, I'm sorry.
So following up on Kurt's line of thought there, I think, is with these new units, do they have warranty on them? Will they have?
Yes, they will.
Do we know how long?
I will double check the warranty on them.
Thank
We'll
you.
go what?
I will double check the warranty. Usually 1 year whole, and then after that, there's just parts.
Beth, what was the size of the current units? Are we upgrading the size of the units? And then the second question is the company that put the original units in that failed also putting in the replacement units?
The size of the units that are being replaced is the same size that are currently in the building. And yes, the company that did the original work is the company is where the proposal is coming from.
But All Seasons didn't spec anything. They were just strictly the sub. They had nothing to do with what was designed and selected or anything.
So who designed who spec'd out the new ones, All Season or somebody else?
All Seasons is replacing what is currently here. What I believe Jim is stating is All Seasons did not design the system for this building. That was a mechanical engineer that did the design on the HVAC for the system. And shortly after he did this building, I believe he was fired.
Okay, thank you.
We said mechanical engineer, Nate, don't worry. Okay.
Did
No,
say
I
mechanical?
just be aware that this system has been plagued with problems, and at 9+ years, they're not going to get any better. All right, do I have a motion to approve?
I'll make that motion. It's unfortunate, but there we are. So I'll make that motion to approve.
I'll second.
Motion made in a second to approve options 1 and 3, correct?
Correct.
Okay, any other discussion? Call roll, please.
Reich,
Aye.
Kiesling,
Aye.
Linkhammer,
Aye.
Miller,
Aye.
Domeyer.
Aye.
Okay, next we have resolution 109, a resolution approving the purchase of snowplow truck and equipment for the Public Works Department.
I have a quick question. Are we trading in the old snowplow? And if so, does that get traded in when we get the new truck? And if that's the case, will we have, and we don't get the new snowplow equipment until April, what do we do? Just maybe someone can walk me through that, please.
We'll probably go through Wisconsin surplus on a surplus auction like we did with the last truck instead of trading it in.
Okay, so we'll have the old truck. So we will have a truck, the truck. Okay, good.
So we'll have the new one all complete and then we'll get rid of the old.
Thank you.
Is that deposit program like normal now?
This is a new program that
What is it?
Henderson's doing to lock in pricing because Henderson makes the plow equipment in the box to go on the truck and chassis. But that won't happen until April or May. So there could be price increases from this quote. What this deposit program does is you pay up front so they don't have to do any of the financing on their end for their, it saves their 3.5% that they would be paying over the course of that period. So we get that back. But yes, this is, I mean,
This is
historically,
good.
no, it hasn't, but it's last year or so they've come up with this to kind of lock that pricing in.
A
So-
new day
so-
is a,
So Blaine, then just to be clear, then it's going to lock the price in, and if we give them 100% deposit, we get an additional 15% discount. Is that how it works?
Oh, you get, so at 50%, 50% deposit locks your pricing in and gives you 2% discount on the quoted price. If you opt for 100%, which would just be pay up front, you obviously lock pricing in and then you save the 3.5%. So that's 4,400 and some odd dollars, I think, would be the savings. If you pay the 100% up front. That would take the total price of the snowplow equipment down. I believe it's 122 and some change from 126.
I guess I'm always reluctant to pay 100% before we get something in hand, and I would be more inclined to maybe go 50% down and use that discount. But that's just my opinion.
Yeah, and that's entirely up to the council. I will say, Henderson's been good to work with over the years, and I don't see us having any trouble getting our equipment from them if that's what you're worried about.
No, I wasn't worried about that. I just, you always want to make sure that the equipment works. Is the second half due on delivery, or do we get a chance to make sure it works before we pay this?
It'd be invoiced, and then we always have. It's at
Okay.
least 30 days to see if to come up with any problems that would just be repaired automatically. And then we have, I want to say it's 3 years warranty on this.
Okay.
depending on
Okay.
this.
That's fine. That sounds good. Thank you.
I have a motion.
Make a motion to accept resolution 109 of 2024, a resolution approving the purchase of a snowplow truck and equipment for Public Works Department
As recommended by staff.
as recommended by staff.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Second.
Any other discussion?
Just clarify this. What's the staff recommendation on the discount? I don't see that. I'm sorry.
I guess I would. It was my recommendation to just pay it up and get the 3.5% back. But and
Okay.
like I said, that is completely up to the council.
No, I just
Right.
want to know exactly what we're approving. That's fine. Thank you.
Okay, so
Want to
it's
make a correction on the motion?
no, just 100%.
100% of the snowplow equipment only. Truck is invoice on delivery. So
All right, any other discussion?
May I please clarify that council's approving that we're paying 100% up
Yes.
front with the 3%?
That is correct.
Okay.
Right.
That is correct.
just one last question, I guess I got to ask. Now trucks are becoming more available. Do we have to buy the truck that far in advance of when the equipment's available?
Yeah, trucks are not more available at all.
Okay,
Russ.
that's fine.
We
That's
got lucky
perfect.
on this. Actually, the city of Macokota backed out of this truck, and it fits our spec really close. And then the salesman from Thompson called, and we jumped on it because we need one.
That sounds great. Thank you.
The next one won't be likely to come until 2025. If
Okay.
All right. Call roll, please.
Reich,
Aye.
Kiesling,
Aye.
Klinkhammer,
Aye.
Miller,
Aye.
Stonemeyer.
Aye.
That's approved. Next is Resolution 110, 2024, resolution approving the repair of the Colonial Estates well.
Yep. So two quotes here. One's for insurance, the 47,000 and change there. We did get that check from insurance today, I think, less the $2,500 deductible, and then the it was 36,000 some dollars on the other quote, but I put it to be between 36 and 40,000 because we did have some a couple other things like a new pitless adapter we opted to go with on that. Otherwise, if you've got any questions on that.
There's much choice in the matter, do we?
Yeah, I mean, it really,
Yes, yeah.
and yeah, we had no choice.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, do we have a motion to approve 110?
I'll make a motion to approve resolution 110 of 2024.
Second.
Motion is second, other discussion. Call roll.
Reich,
Aye.
Kiesling,
Aye.
Klinkhammer,
Aye.
Miller,
Aye.
Stonemeyer.
Aye.
Okay, so now that that's been approved, I will tell you that that work has been completed as of today, and we will be putting that well back in service hopefully by the end of this week. We have to get 2 bacteria samples tomorrow from that well, and then we should be early next week. We'll be putting it back in service. So everything went well. So Northway turned out to be a good choice.
It's a good thing we approved it then.
It is a good thing.
We had discussed this with you at the
No,
last
I-
council meeting.
I know. It was just being, I'm sorry. My attempt to humor was not very, very good.
That's right, you might land the next one, Russ. Next is Resolution 111, 2024, a resolution approving 2024 internal advance.
Yeah, the internal advance that is before you is to fund the TIF or the urban renewal projects that were approved in February of this year. This includes $1,900,000 for this includes improvements for the Meadows Golf Course for constructing the the paths as well as the roundabout and also a recreational trail. I know that all of the improvements are on future capital improvement plans, but what I like to do is make sure that the internal loans match the urban renewal projects that we approved so that as the person who follows behind me, they can easily match up the urban renewal amendment with the internal loan. So this approves the loan amount, but until the projects are approved, none of the money is advanced.
Okay, do I have a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve number 111 of 2024.
Second.
Motion second, discussion. Call roll, please.
Reich,
Aye.
Kiesling,
Aye.
Klinkhammer,
Aye.
Miller,
Aye.
Stonemeyer,
Nay.
Motion carries 4-1. Move back to citizens input. Still no one on the Zoom or in the chamber, so we'll move on to reports. We have nothing, so Russ, do you want to start roundtable?
I have nothing other than yeah, I guess I do have something. The and this is Tom in the room. I got someone that's kind of getting on our case again that says the city's using UTVs in the park, and I thought it's total crap. And yeah, I didn't know if he said something to Tom because it's yeah, I'm not in a point that I'm going to discuss it with the guy, but I just don't think it's very nice that the guy keeps ripping on us.
Yeah, yeah, if they're speaking part of that to one that was in use of music in the park, which
yes,
don't think anything's wrong with that.
I don't either.
Yeah. I heard the same thing, Russ, and like they've got pictures of, and I was going to bring it up to staff tomorrow. We're using the city-owned gator on city streets. I'm like, no, we don't do that.
I can speak to that too. There were some misconceptions in the original Facebook post that we were driving that on the street as well. ATV is most generally trailered. It was trailered to music in the park and from music in the park and stored overnight in the water tower. So I mean,
Right, and it was just parked in the parking lot. It was not on the street. I that's
Yeah.
exactly what I thought.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, thanks. I don't have anything else.
All right. Yeah, I didn't believe when I heard it either that it was being misused or illegally used. All right.
I don't. Yeah.
Finish up.
No, I'm
I
done.
just- You good?
Yep.
Good delay.
The wonderful
Mhm.
delay.
At that 3-second delay, it's hilarious.
Edit them.
Just want to say a couple of people I've talked to that said that the music in the park was a great event this year again, as usual. And they say thank you to everybody that's involved in it.
Two things. I guess the music in the park, you were sorely missed, sir. Just to say. And the other thing is, I don't know why this never occurred to me before, but if we're having so much trouble with the HVAC system for this building, is it time perhaps just a thought to start shopping around to see if there's another game in town that can take care of the HVAC in this building?
I don't believe it's anything. Brad from All Seasons knows the system inside and out. He can't undo
He's
what was.
repaired all of it.
Well, yeah, but I mean, we can bring someone else in to repair it, but he can't undo the quality or design. Is he knows it very well. He does everything he can to keep it running, but I
What
can't
about the replacement?
graphically express what I feel of the system, but it's horrible.
Yeah, and again, it wasn't something like I wanted to get into a back and forth kind
Yeah.
of thing.
No, I agree. It was just I don't believe it's anything All Seasons can control. The quality and the reliability of the system is.
I think it's more to do with the design of the system than the person that is left to maintain it.
What was it? 3 years old, and we found out the parts were obsolete. It was an obsolete system. We couldn't even get parts. I mean, that's
Yeah, I remember.
we're behind the 8 ball from the very beginning with this thing, and until it reaches life cycle and everything is replaced with something that is sized and designed properly. Yeah.
Okay, enough
Right.
said there. Thank
No,
you.
I hear you. That's why I keep the heads up. It's not going to end. Craig,
Nothing this evening.
Robert.
Yeah, I guess I'll go off of what was spoken already. Music in the park was wonderful from what I saw. A lot of people, a lot of kids. It was very hot, so the work done was very good. I saw Sunday morning the crew was out there right away cleaning it up, so that wasn't a problem. To go on a little bit on Kurt there, is there a time when we're sticking too much money into this system that we look at replacing it? That's what I was thinking. Maybe not to get a new carrier or whatever, but is the system nickel and diamond is too much that we need to look at it?
That's kind of where we reached the point with this one, right? We finally decided it was,
Well, and that's somewhat the decision of, on these 2 units that we're replacing, it's, a matter of, we put $8,000 to put a Band-Aid on it, or, at $8,000, it's half, it's over half the cost of a new unit, that's where I was, looking for the recommendation to replace. We could have, a mechanical engineer come in and look at it, and I think, it's gonna be a matter of, and I think it's gonna be more cost effective to kind of like replace the units from now on as they, need to be replaced. And I think if you're looking at replacing all the units, I don't know, I think we have at least 15 of these air handlers in the system. So you take 15 times 15, it's going to be a quite significant expense to start replacing it all. So
Is there a conversion point though, where we could start a process that would maybe still work together?
I don't know the answer to that. I'd
I
have
just
to.
don't want to see it come crashing down one time and then all of a sudden
we'll
The,
pull,
the system is zoned, so I don't think we'll ever see the full system come crashing down. I think we'll have different parts of the building crash, at different times. So
we'll have a deeper discussion I'm sorry, Russ, with all seasons. And express your concerns as a council and see if they have any recommendation with understanding they'd be the ones selling it. Go ahead.
Sorry, just a question then. Like at home, we always get all of these opportunities for a maintenance plan that will replace anything that if it goes wrong. Do we have maintenance plans on those, or is that
They
such a thing available?
they only do those for residences. They don't do that commercially.
Okay, thanks. That's all I need to know.
Anything else, Bob?
no, that'll do it. Thank you, Jim.
Okay. I don't have anything. Beth?
Nothing.
All right. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right, meeting adjourned. Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.
I know what you're saying. So you keep it 2 years, you can't do it. There's trouble.
Mhm.